What's up, guys? It's been a while. You may have seen my other video about the perfect commercial window cleaning belt setup. Well, I finally figured out my perfect ideal window cleaning belt setup, and I haven't changed it in months, which you know is very unlike me. I like to change things every other week. But this setup I've had now for a couple months straight, haven't changed it. I did get a few new items, but they still stay in the general same spot. So let's take a look at my window cleaning belt. This is for commercial and residential, by the way. So same belt that we got. This is the Lowe's belt. For the Boab, I got this recently, a couple weeks ago. This is where my Boab always was, though, on my left side, because I have the scrubber here that I can kind of go for the squeegee like that. So I like to have it on the left side. I used to have it on the right. Gunslinger is amazing. I got this for the winter time because, you know, as the wet leg, that sucks a lot in the winter. So I've had nothing, no wet leg or anything so far. I absolutely love this thing. Going this way, we have the same old, this is where I have my ledge squeegee, and it's just a hammer loop, and that stayed there. That hasn't gone anywhere. One thing that has changed since my last video is this Ettore pouch. I picked it up because I was sick and tired of, I could never figure out where to put my steel wool, and I would kind of carry it off and on because I didn't have a designated place for it. So I ended up picking this up from Detroit Sponge, and what I do is I keep my steel wool in here. There's two pouches, so I keep my steel wool in the lower pouch, and then in this pouch here is where I keep my trash towels. So like when I'm in places or in houses, I'll wipe up all the drips that that I leave from the squeegee, and I can access it from either side. So if I'm like leaning over a booth or something, then I can only have like my left hand free. I can reach back from either side and I can get to that. Same with the steel wool. So I really like having it on the back because I mean you can get to it from anywhere. So that helps out a lot. Coming this way, after that we got the razor. That hasn't moved. That's always been there on my right side. I don't use it a ton, but you know it's always on my right side because I'm gonna have the scrubber in my left hand, so I can scrub and I don't have to, you know, I can always have two tools in my hand at once, and that just goes back there. Having it behind you like that, you kind of gotta watch if you're walking places that you don't hit it and like knock it off, because I have had this fall on the ground a lot of times. If you hit it just right, you know, it doesn't, it stays in, like if you're jumping around or walking, but like it'll unclip easily if you get something behind this, the handle. So then I got this same, I don't remember if I had this in the last video I made about my window cleaning belt actually, but I've had this this is my second one. I had my other one for probably almost a year, and I ripped, there's like rivets that hold this Velcro together, and I actually ripped one of the rivets out. So I ended up just buying a new one because it was looking kind of ragged anyway, but this one's probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 months of use. And I mean, this holds up really well. The only issue I had with it was these things, the rivets coming out of this. You know, I always keep a screen tool in here along with a pen. In my outer pocket right here, which is magnetic, I'll put all my receipts in here. I'll keep business cards in here, and then I'll also keep a water tool. It's kind of heavy, but it's nice to have in there instead of having to go all the way back to the van in case I need to use it. Then I have my squirt bottle in here that I use for, you know, interior stuff. This comes with 2 pockets, so on the outer pocket I'll just keep my phone and then like a cone, and then on the inside I'll keep my dry towels. And then on the back of it you have a little like a zipper pocket right here, and in there that's where I'll put all my money from storefronts. You know, I'll get paid and I'll slip it down in there from the back, and then I can zipper it up so that none of the money falls out and I don't have to keep going back and forth. So yeah, and then I just put my keys on here, and this is what, I mean, this has been, I mean, you know me, like I'm switching stuff out all the time, and I haven't touched this setup since, I mean, minus the Gunslinger, like, but it's still, like my Boab was still at that spot anyway, so I haven't touched this setup, and everything is perfect where it is. It's kind of heavy, but like, I mean, that doesn't bother me too much. Like, I don't, you know, if you get it sitting right on your waist, it's not too big of a deal. Another thing that I found, as for like belts and stuff, like I used to wear my belt up high, like over my belly button, because I don't actually know where you wear a belt. Like I've always had issues with like the belt like pulling my pants down, and it always drives me completely nuts. And so I would always have it up there, and then it would slide down, and it would like pull my pants down, and I would like have to be pulling them up and then taking it off and readjusting it. What I started doing was putting it like directly over my pants belt, and that kind of helped a lot actually. I put it like directly over my pants belt, and I tighten it like a lot, and so that way it kind of actually like holds up my pants, and it doesn't like drop down at all. So it's like kind of nice that way. It just kind of stays on. The problem with that is when it does get messed up, it really sucks because it's tight. And so, yeah, sometimes you have to take the belt off, hike your pants up, and then tighten it over again. So I tried suspenders for some, with this particular belt, it always rips out the D-ring. I've had that happen twice on 2 belts. The D-ring just instantly ripped out. But with suspenders, like, I really like them, and I feel like that's what I need, but it drives me nuts. So, like, I'm OCD about it because it like hikes up this part of it, and then it like folds it all up and makes it uneven with the actual belt. And dude, like, some people like rock it, like Jordy from the Window Cleanse rocks, like, it's actually, I was wearing the same ones that he was, and he wears it, and like it doesn't bother him, and he just goes to town and he loves it. But for me, for some reason, whenever I've tried to wear suspenders, because it honestly would help me a lot, they just get so uneven and folded up, and it drives me nuts. I can't stand it. So I considered actually getting like a high quality like apron, like a worker, like a carpenter apron that comes down with all the pockets and like a belt, and that you can just like put towels in and for window cleaning. I've actually considered that, and there's some nice ones out there. They're like $100, $150. But that's like the only option. There's not really any like kind of mid-range ones, so I don't know. I'll just keep with this for now. But yeah, this is the belt setup I've been using for a couple months. It's been awesome. Haven't switched it out, and yeah, if you're anything like me,